Delivering the pack, I'm giving instant one a deal, no chance in hell. I feel like Vince McMahon, something that you can't understand. I could just kill a man.
And was like, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what needs to be done. Because I viewed him as seriously as I viewed everyone that I had come into contact with at that point. I knew who De La Soul was. I knew who Jungle Brothers was. Tribe Called Quest was working on their first album. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they had just released their first album. I was there when they were working on their first album. Thanks to Long. Yeah. Thanks to Long and thanks to Red Alert. And you know, and it was Red that really guided Black Sheep and Chris together. We had done this demo, and the demo was pretty impressive, you know what I'm saying? And at least to the natives, because that's really all we were concerned with. We were concerned with impressing the natives, because we figured if we impressed the natives, the general public, that's a cinch. But if you impress, you know what I'm saying, De La and Jungle and Tribe, they be doing something. So we had to impress them. And Red was impressed. Red had a good man by the name of Dave Funkenheim make a bunch of phone calls on our behalf. You know what I'm saying? Which included Rush, included Polygram, a few other labels. We were excited to go to Rush. Very excited to go to Rush because Rush was the staple. Rush, you know, was you could just see a Rush record and you just bought it. You didn't have to hear it. It was the staple. You just bought it. It was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Or you stole it. Whatever you did, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what Rush meant to us. It was very serious. And I don't know if it was to my benefit or not, but the meeting I took was with Leo Cohen, which, you know, some people are like, okay. But Leo Cohen is, at this point, he's probably still a little the same, but at this point, I didn't know who he was. I walked into an office with a cassette tape, and, you know, he's on the phone, and he wants us to know he's talking to someone. He's like, you tell Slick Rick he can kiss my ass, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I'm blown away because he's talking about Slick Rick, a hero of mine. And this is literally the conversation. And he's like, you know, you tell him to kiss my ass. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, yo, I had no idea who he was. And like, he's just talking cash shit. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, you know, like, this is, dude's gonna listen to our demo. Gets off the phone, what do you want? I'm like, yo, Red called. We had a meeting set up. We wanted to play you our demo. Put your demo in front of him. Let's just say, if it's December, he's like, Black Sheep, I'm not gonna be able to listen to this shit till March. I would get home like, oh shit, what? I can't listen to this till March. I just grabbed the tape. Like I said, we be signed by it, and I was like, come on, man, we up. So we broke out. We wound up signing with Polygram. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because after we did the deal, after Chris Baby Sounds was off the ground and we up and we running, you know what I'm saying? We're proud, we're mad proud because we really accomplished some shit. We're working on Wolf and Sheep's slogan. And Chris is about to go become a part of Rush. And I'm like, yo, Chris, man, damn, man, like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I will stab this dude. Like, literally, I literally will stab him. I don't like him. I don't like how he's talking about our culture, our people. I don't like him. And I don't want to go there because of him. Keep it at the thought. To which Chris is like, damn. You serious? I'm like, yo, man, I don't think that's a place for me, man. Like, honestly, like, I'm not trying to be that dude, but I already know that's not gonna play well. He had to respect it. He's like, I got something. He introduces me to Shaquem. Shaquem owns Flavor Unit with Latifah. Latifah's family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Chris, this will work for me. Chris goes to Rush. I go to Flavor Unit with him. And that was the beginning of our Flavor Unit career. Now, mind you, Flavor of the Month is out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come to Flavor Unit with a single out that's popping. You know what I'm saying? And we're off and running. You know what I'm saying? And the career goes how it goes. It was amazing. You know, like, it's still amazing. You know what I'm saying? And just to say, I don't want to take you through the day by days and this and the other. What I'm going to do is just show you how dope Chris was to me. For years and and years, I watched Chris and Chris watched me. He was my friend. There was never a point in time that I could not reach out to Chris. There was never a point in time that he was not willing to help me. I was not his artist. He was not making money off of what I did. The thing that's about a man that really speaks to who he is how he carries himself. Right. I can say this, and not a lot of people are going to be able to say this. Chris got me started. The week that Chris passed, I was in his office. There's not a lot of people that are going to be able to tell you that how they started, the cat that they started with, that's still a man. That's still a man. That was my man. I was in his office. It wasn't even about me asking him for nothing, him giving me nothing. We were talking. And one of the things I always remembered about this conversation was that he talked about his relationship. He had never had this conversation with me ever before. Ever. So it struck me. You know what I'm saying? It struck me. And, you know, I can only take what he gave me. I could never put something there that's not there. But it was odd. And something that I carried with me, and it made me think when I left this office.
Together and to talk about our experiences, and you want to get it out and you want to share with the world, because these are stories I know most people have never heard, right? The stuff you're talking about right now. So thank you so much for sharing that. And Chi, let's hear from you, because you were definitely the baby of the group.
Yeah, I guess, you know, I'm from the Bronx and from Co-op City. And I guess I was just lucky. I was the average kid, just going to school, coming home, doing my homework, watching video music box, MTV rap videos, so, you know, just waiting for the rap videos. Like, I just loved hip hop. I mean, I don't know when it started. All I know is hip hop. And the Jungle Brothers and like BDP, I just remember the Jungle Brothers and BDP. I love them.
Yo, not for you. Does anybody know Chris's favorite MC? Big Daddy KRS-One. KRS-One. Just wanted to make sure y'all knew that.
But yeah, so that, you know, I just knew I loved hip hop, and I was just growing up around it, from me and my friends in Co-op City dancing to wanting to DJ. And Allison and Kika, who were the Safari sisters, they were Latifah's dancers. They were from Co-op City, and they went to high school with my older brother. So they all knew me just from like in Co-op, like that's Little Chi, that's Ray's little brother. So it was just like a summer. I guess I must have been around 12 when Latifah, like everybody just was hanging out with them over there. So, you know, Latifah Rap and My Madness was out back then. So, you know, just kids in the hood growing up, we was like, oh shit, like MC Light, Special Ed, just different groups from EPMD to Jungle Brothers. And for me, I was like, yo, these are the motherfuckers I'll be watching on the video. So I was just like in awe, like, and like La would be going to the supermarket, and I was just like, yo, what up? And she was like, you come with me? Like, yeah, I'm coming. And I just tagged along, and I'd be helping upstairs with the bags, and I just was there, and that's really where I met Chris and Shakim, and I guess it was so many females from, you know, La and what's her name, doing it well. Sean.
Where was they living at?
Co-op City. Like Allison and Kika had that. Allison and Kika had their apartment, but it was like a summer. Latifah stayed there like the whole summer. So I was just around, and for me being around,
I think it was Alan Kika's spot.
Yeah, it was Alan Kika's. I think it was Kika's. Her mom's left, but I guess just there was so many females. Shakim and Chris was the dudes, so I just used to just be with them a lot. And I know I went with Latifah and them to a show at the Apollo, and when we got there, I ended up going with Chris and Red to the Jungle Brothers dressing room because it was all females. And I think Africa had missed a flight like from London, so Mike G and Chris and Sammy B, they're like, yo, how we gonna do this show? And I'm like, let me rhyme. And they're like, yo, rhyme? I'm like, yeah, I rhyme. Like, I didn't even know it. Like, I never knew I rhymed. You know what I'm saying? But I had a poem. My pops used to send me to African man classes in Queens, and they used to make us write poetry. And I had a poem, but to me it was a rap, because poetry wasn't cool. Like, rap was cool. You know what I mean? And I told them my poem, but I said it like a rap. And Chris was like, "You're not gonna be scared?" And I was like, "Nah."
Do you remember that?
I swear I remember.
No, do you remember the rhyme?
Vaguely.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say.
Vaguely, yeah. But long story short, Mike G called me out, and I did my thing, and you know, it was at the Apollo, and the crowd was like, "Oh, shorty, oh, shorty," and I just remember like being really happy and smiling. And when I walked off the stage, because the Jungle Brothers weren't done with their set, Chris was on the side of the stage, and it was just me and him, and he just like grabbed my shoulder. He was like, "Yo, you did good." He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna sign you, bro." He was like, "I got it." I was just like,
I remember coming back and saying, "That kid's a star."
and I didn't even like. I didn't know. I was just like I could do a video. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I wanted to do was a video. But from that day on, like Chris more or less was always a big brother, but as far as in the music industry, almost like a father figure in a lot of ways, because you know, when you at the age I was, you know, your parents could tell you something, but you're not really trying to hear it. Right. But that older person in the hood, or that older person you look up to, could tell you the same exact thing, and you'll do it. And Chris was that older person, and him being attached to the Jungle Brothers, just being attached to hip hop, was even like, he was like God to me. Like, I would have did whatever he said. Like, I would have did whatever that was when he told me that, and he made true to his word. It was unbelievable to me, and like my life changed forever, and I owe it all to him, like, for real.
That is amazing. Thank you so much.
I feel like it's something that you can't understand. I could just kill a man. I like to wake up to some head while I'm still young. In the ghetto when the fiends making noise in the still morning.